What's up, guys? I'm headed to Chicago, the Windy City, and I'm gonna be picking up a new car if everything works out. So it's one of those.
Take a slight right turn onto Murdoch Avenue.
It's one of those cars that I've always wanted as a child, and you know, luckily as an adult that's doing okay in life, I'm able to relive certain aspects of my childhood and get cars and shoes and other little toys and trinkets that I couldn't then. So I'm making up for lost time. I'm like Peter Pan. Sure, I don't know. I was gonna say Michael Jackson, but I don't want any controversy there. But I'm just excited. I got a 5-hour drive ahead of me. Not looking forward to that. But it comes with the territory. You chase a good deal and you go after it. So if everything works out, you guys will be seeing me soon with a new car. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Yeah. I'm so freaking excited. Alright, last time you guys saw me, I was driving. I had to take a drive break and get a sleep break because I needed a nap. Looks like we're about 45 minutes outside of Chicago. The traffic has not been bad, though I've been asleep, so I can't really speak on it. But given that we've been going in and out of rain, it seems to go by fast, but everything goes by fast when you're sleeping. So that's the perk of that. So just wanted to keep you guys updated. Finally arrived in Chicago. Now it's time to get it popping. Alright, so I'm in the mean streets of Chicago. Got the address wrong, but I'm gonna stay parked where I am and just keep going. Looks like we're about 2 blocks away from the place. So just walking the streets. It's kind of sprinkling right now, which you never want rain whenever you're looking at a car. You want to drive, you want to be able to crawl all around it, but whatever. I'm working with what I have. Should have just ran across the street right now. Oh, but look at that. You get the crosswalk. So what I love it is that people just look at you as you walk around filming yourself. But see, if I was talking to myself and there was no camera, they're like, oh, he's a crazy. It's all good though. Alright, my arm's getting tired, so I'm done with this. Alright, so here it is. It's a 1990 300ZX. So I do like it. Kind of hoping to be able to enjoy it with the motor not warmed up, but they already had it started for me, so we'll see. We will see, definitely see. For the age and everything, it looks pretty clean. But we'll see. Definitely need a test drive. Oh, a little scuffage there, but the car's a 1990, so it's like making a weird sound. You hear that? So we'll see. We will see. Interior's pretty clean. Looks like there's some patch work on this bolster here, but it's dark in there. It's a cool little place. It's a little inside small dealership that just have all these cars cram packed in one place. Cars as far as the eye can see. But yeah, I'm gonna check things out and see, go from there. Alright, getting ready to take this thing for a drive. So we'll see. We will see. I really unfortunately, it's something's not right. I don't know if it's running lean, burning rich, but definitely there's a burn smell going on. Suspension seems to be shot, and I'm not nitpicking, because it's an old car. It's 1990. However, at the price point they're asking for, I expected a lot more, to be honest. As you look, the shifter, the car's just rocking, it's just shaking. The guy's like, oh, it needs plugs. I'll be honest, I'm not the most mechanically inclined, so I don't know if this is just a plugs fix. However, the engine bay, it's like the size of a Tyler shoebox with a grown man's shoe in it, so there's hardly any space. I mean, overall, I give the interior, I'd give it maybe a 8.5 out of 10. It's a nice car. I really wanted to like it. Obviously they pull the same moves I pull. They took some great online pictures. I can't fault them for that, because that's how you attract people. But even just sitting here, we're in neutral. You can see I put my hand on the shifter, and you can just see that it's just kind of shaking. The whole car, everything is just kind of shaking right now. So what I would do, I'm gonna pop the hood, if I can find it, and then get out and just kind of do a walk around, see if I can figure out these T-stops so I can at least ride like that. But I came here, I know if I didn't feed the curiosity, I would be at home right now thinking about this car. It's listed on eBay, Craigslist, a couple other sites, so it just kept popping up in all the places I always look at cars. So it caught my attention. I've always wanted 300ZX. I think they're beautiful cars. They're incredible, actually. I had a 350Z years ago, and I love that car. I absolutely regret getting rid of it. The only thing that sucked about it, it was an automatic. So some cars, you just don't get it as an automatic. So this was a low mileage. It's one owner, 40,000 miles. It's a manual. I know that it's gonna have its issues. It's from 1990. I'm not expecting a perfect car, but however, I don't want to spend X amount of dollars on this car and then it just continually becomes a money pit. I already have other cars that I'm sinking a lot of money into. But I wanted this to be in a great deal. I drove it to a Home Depot lot so I could just kind of have a place to look at it, look it over in some natural light and just kind of look at everything. I think the suspension shot, I got on it and I was just kind of like all over the place. I'm bummed. I really, really wanted to like this car. I made a 5-hour trip to come check this car out, and it's not what I wanted. It's not. The horn works, but it's a cool car. Nonetheless, it is a cool car. I don't know if it's worth the asking price, but as you can tell, it has 40,000 miles on it, 40,353. It seems to be idling fine, or where it should be, but something still seems rough about this idle. Oil pressure seems to be okay. AC is running cold. Oh, there we go. I mean, the car is really cool, I'm 5'11", and though this is a small car, surprisingly, it's very roomy. So you can't really see, but I fit just fine in this car. You can tell there's plenty of headroom left still. It's just mechanically, It's not what I'm looking for, and I don't want to take on any other projects. I already have more than enough of that. I just wanted something that I could hop in and make it a good weather daily driver. So, you know, maybe drive this to work on Fridays and whatnot. But my gut's telling me this isn't it, especially at the price point they're at. So I gotta listen to the gut on this one. Like I said, I'm gonna do a walk around. So here it is. I mean, it's got some bumps and scratches. It definitely has some love done to it. They took really great pictures because there's a lot of paint chips and imperfections that did not show up on the picture. So they tricked me like an Instagram model. They was hitting them angles. It's just, like I said, I'm not expecting a perfect car. However, I don't want a car that I immediately have to put money into. Another little love bruise. I mean, the interior is, you know, minus the radio not working, and over on the driver's seat you can see right here where they repaired the bolster. Other than that, I mean, it's a clean car, you know. So I don't know. I wanted to love it, but the love just isn't there, and it's easy to fall in love online. I don't know. The other thing is, this is my first time driving a Z, a 300ZX, so maybe this is just how they ride, unfortunately. But I just feel like something's not right with this car. Like the suspension shot, which it's a 1990. What can I expect, you know? It's a cool car. I mean, nonetheless, it's a cool car. Unfortunately, I just don't think this is the car for me. Sound right to me. Like I said, then again, I don't know what it should sound like, but I'm expecting a little bit more. I don't know. I'm gonna crawl up under here and see what underneath this looking like. Alright, so just check the car over at the Home Depot lot, and I keep saying it, I wanted to love this car. I still love the Z, and I will have me one. It just will not be this one unless they come down on that price, because I don't know. I kind of crawled under the car. The suspension looks worn. The car's from 1990. You know, like I said, I'm not expecting a perfect car. However, at this price point, I am not expecting a car that I still have to dump thousands of dollars into. I gotta be honest, this AC is kicking like it's a 2025. AC's on frigid. I love it. It's a cool car. Like the cockpit, it just, the way the seats hold you, it's a very cool car in that aspect. I like the way all the controls are right there. Just boom, you know, you don't have to worry about your passenger. Get back, don't touch anything. It's just all right there, you know. I would have been sitting at home right now like, man, I want that Z. So anytime someone makes a 5-hour trip to check a car out, they're definitely interested in it. They definitely want it. However, I'll tell anyone, don't get emotionally attached to a car. I've done that in the past, and when it didn't work out, it just hurts your soul. And I think all my car guys can relate to that. I mean, it seems to shift well. The suspension seems to be a little crazy. Go ahead and turn these wipers off. I do really like the layout of this car. This one is not the one. And I know they're getting harder to find ones that aren't like all modded up. So what attracted me to this one was one owner, original, 40,000 miles. However, you know, cars sit, things go wrong, they're not properly maintained or maintenanced. So we're playing buttons. I guess you just lock the doors like that. But I'm not gonna lie, you know, it feels good to be in Chicago. Let's see the city. It feels good to be here in the city. It's a very diverse place. One minute you're in a great place, the next minute you're like, let's get back to that great place. Oh, that's not promising. The fact that I got on it. Yeah, you know, I have a Ford banger at home that my Nissan Sentra Spec V, it will walk the dog on this car. So I'm not all that impressed with this V6, you know. And like I said, it could be spark plugs, just needing some routine maintenance, you know, some updates, you know, on that. But I don't know, something about it, and I'm not completely sold on it, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. I curbed my curiosity with this trip. You know, it sucks that it was such a time-consuming trip, but it is what it is. But here we go. I got a straightaway. I can get on it a little bit. Oh, what I just noticed, the speedometer doesn't work. Take a look at that. So we're at a dead stop. We're gonna get on it. RPMs are working. Shift that in mirror correctly, but RPMs aren't working. I'm like, I wonder how fast I'm going. I'm going 0 miles an hour. Once again, it's a however old car. I'm not expecting it to be perfect, but at the price point it's at, I'm expecting certain things, like speedometer should work. At this price point, I don't feel like it should be riding this rough. It had a burning smell. You know, I don't know if that means it's running rich, running lean. I don't know. So, as much as I wanted to like this car, so at the stop sign, I'll give it a little love. I know these people's like, who's this dude with his dealer plates? I'm from St. Louis, baby. I'm from Missouri, so I'm from the Show Me. Alright, that was better. However, usually I run through all yellow lights, but I want to catch this one, and I want to catch on the straightaway. And of course, this Odyssey hopped out in front of me, and I didn't see him. Get it? Odyssey, I didn't see him, but chink. It really sucks. 5 hours. I was planning on picking up my dream car. That didn't happen. So I'm gonna go back. It's always awkward when you come back, they're like, hey, what'd you think of that test drive? I'm like, well, boom, boom, boom. So they'll be alright. Alright, so I don't know if you can see it in the distance, but I'm walking away from the Z. I wanted it. I wanted her. But something in my gut was saying it ain't right. It ain't right. So, you know, I follow my gut, my heart. Because last thing I want to do is spend almost $10,000 on a car and then still have to put money into it. You know, I get it. It's a 29-year-old car. But at a certain price point, you don't want to be putting money into this car. You don't want to put money into it. That plain and simple. So that's where I'm at. I don't want to put money into the car. You know, at that price point, I just want to get in it and drive. I do know that there's a rarity factor, but I'd rather wait. Cars come, cars go, and just go that route. So I'm out here living this dangerous life, just jaywalking. Just jaywalking. She got her Foot Locker bag. I wonder what size shoe she wear. But it sucks. So I'll be in the car probably 11-12 hours when this is all said and done. And I'm walking away with no car, but it's okay. Because I don't want to make an almost $10,000 mistake. So I can live with that any day, you know. So we'll go from there back to the drawing board, back to the laboratory. Just wasn't meant to be. The car gods said no. So you gotta respect that. You gotta listen to it. So talk to you guys soon.